Yeah. Well, so the main problem that I have is that since I'm the secondary social studies person, and we have many different majors that feed into secondary social studies, I have close to, well, probably over now 60 advisees, and while I don't mind seeing all of these students because they come through the program and it's important that they get good advising, um, the problem is actually I found in recent semesters scheduling them, because what I have to do is I set up the time, and the students email me, and then I email them, and then they email me, and then I email them, and then I put it in my calendar, and it was getting a bit tedious, and it was very time consuming. So now what I do is I use my website and Google Docs. So I set aside blocks of time, just like a lot of professors do, where they put they might post it outside on their door, a chart, a list of times, and students can come by and sign up on it. But I just thought I would make it a bit more efficient in my schedule and for the students as well by doing it all online. So basically what I do is whenever a student emails me, I have this Word document just called advising, that I have my text already posted out, typed out with a link to my website. And so when a student emails me, I just reply by pasting this text into the email, so I don't have to type it out several dozen times. And what that link will take them to is my website, and there's a link on my website for advising sign up. And so basically what I have is the spreadsheet, the Google Docs spreadsheet is embedded here, and the students can take a look at the list of times that are already taken. And then down here, there's the advising sign-up sheet, which is just the Google Docs spreadsheet form that I embedded into my website right here. So what the students can do is click on this, and they could choose any one of the times that are remaining from the list of times that I've set aside, which would just be like a list that I might post on my door, and then they type their first and last name in there, and then they hit submit. And so when they hit submit, I get an email that says that the form was submitted, and I can go to the advising sign-up sheet on my Google Docs, and I can see all of the students who have signed up for advising so far. The red ones I've just changed because those are the students who have actually come to see me, so I just changed the font to keep straight who's come to see me and who hasn't. Then this is the spreadsheet right here that actually gets embedded in the website. So the only thing that I have to do when the students email me for a time is click on this, paste the text into the email. It sends it to them. They sign up for a time, and then when I need to, when a time is taken, so say for instance this time Monday the 19th was taken at 2 o'clock, I come into edit form, and I just edit the times that are remaining so that I take off the 19th at 2 o'clock, which is something I've already done, so I don't have to do it again. So that the only times that are still listed here are the times that remain, and so nobody can be double booked. And so it actually works out really well. Whenever I want to know who's going to come to see me today, for instance, I could come down to the 15th, and here's my list of appointments for today. So I can keep this up on one screen in order to keep track of my schedule as far as who's going to come see me. And then the appointments just sort of make themselves. And instead of having to email back and forth several times, the only thing that I have to do is send out that one email, and then make sure that I am monitoring the spreadsheet so that people can't be double booked. But that only takes a couple of seconds, whereas before I was checking time in my calendar, and then I was checking to make sure if anybody was signed up, and then I was emailing back and forth, and it was just sort of tedious and very time consuming to do that. And so far it's worked out really well. The students haven't had any problem with it. Nobody's asked me for help or anything like that. It's pretty easy. If you can choose a time and put your name in there and hit submit, then you can do it, and the students are certainly capable of doing that. So all in all, it's been a great success for me so far. It only took a little bit of time to set up and to embed in my website, and the time that it saved me on the back end as far as all the time that I would take to schedule the students for appointments has been well worth the time it took to set up in the beginning. So I'm quite pleased with it.